Hello everyone, welcome. Going to try something a little different, something I've kind of always wanted to do, but I figured what the heck, time to start now. Is I wanted to kind of do a fun playthrough of Dark Souls Remastered. And just kind of play through it, um, and as I go, drop some story bits or lore kind of things, because famously, Dark Souls has a lot of story and a lot of cool elements, but of course it's uh, hidden in the item descriptions and things, and it's hard to kind of put things together. And I've watched a few videos, and I've really enjoyed a lot of like the fun takes on lore that I have seen, and it's really made me want to just play through Dark Souls and Dark Souls 2 and Dark Souls 3. So we're gonna try playing through them. Sorry about the late start this evening. I had to reset up my capture card for this, and I did not expect it to take as long as it did, um, to try and get it up and running. So we are still trying. I'm still kind of messing with audio, balancing, trying to get things back to normal, as you can probably hear now, as I'm fiddling with stuff. So if I'm too loud, if the game is too loud, please let me know and I'll make adjustments. But um first off, let's see here. What do we want to play as? I guess first let's pick a class, and then we will go into the warrior is fun. This was one of my first classes I played through originally on 360. Original Dark Souls was the warrior, and I really enjoyed playing as the warrior. The knight, of course, is one of the um, quote unquote easy starting classes, just because of that high armor that you start out with. The wanderer is pretty cool. The scimitar is nice. That buckler shield's good for parrying, which of course, Dark Souls, the name of the game is parrying. I need to step up my parrying game. Not, you know, I'm no professional Dark Souls player, so I need to step up and get a little better at the parrying mechanics. Thief, of course, high crits, has Master Key. The Thief, I've never really played as. Actually, really, I don't know if I've ever started out as the Knight, the Wanderer, or really the Thief. Because the Thief starts out as with the Master Key, which the Master Key is really nice, especially early on. But you can get in trouble with it if you're not quite sure what you're supposed to be doing. You can get lost pretty fast with it, because it can let you into late game areas or later game sequence breaking things, that kind of puts you into areas that you're not necessarily supposed to be in. The bandit, this is another one of my favorite classes. Just that high strength, and I love that battle axe. A lot of fun to play with. The hunter is another one of those classes I've never really played, simply because um, the it's just we're using a bow in these games have never really caught on with me. Sorcerer, of course, casting spells is always nice. The pyromancer, pyromancy being broken. early game, and I've seen a lot of videos where it's pretty broken late game as well. Cleric, I've played as Cleric a few times. The miracles are nice. Getting those heals off is pretty cool. And then the Depraved, starting out with nothing, everything at 11. The true gamers class. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, the Depraved starts out at the highest level and has obviously the most balanced stats for everything. The Pyromancer is actually the lowest level character in the game you can start out with. Pyromancy flames are fun. Who do I want to start out as? Pyromancer. I feel drawn to Pyromancer this go round, so we'll go Pyromancer. Now that we have, let's see here. Now we can make there we go. Oh, here's the, yeah. Do we want to do male or female? You know, I don't know if I've ever played Dark Souls 1 with a female character. So guess what's happening today? Alright. So now we need a character name. There we go. Alright. So Goddess's Blessing. Okay. So going down the line here. None. You start out with no gift. Goddess's Blessing, a divine holy water fully restores HP and status. It's a one-time usable item. Meh. Black fire bombs explodes upon impact when thrown, more deadly than a standard bomb. This is probably, in my humble opinion, maybe one of the top 2 starting items in the game. Ooh, excuse me. Twin Humanities. Those are good. That allows you to become human and kindle a fire. Because you get 2 humanities for that. Humanities are how you do multiplayer. You cannot do multiplayer if you are not human. Consuming, so you have to go to a bonfire. Well, first you have to consume a humanity. Then you have to go to a bonfire and use that humanity to become human. And then you can do kindling, which then increases the amount of SS flasks you have. Or healing items that you have. So Twin Humanities is good. Binoculars is good. They're just like a useful item to have to spot things further out. Pendant, no effect but fond memories to comfort the traveler. Probably one of, I mean, you might as well just pick the Nun. It's just something you have. A lot of people have had a lot of theories about that the pendant actually does do something, but no one's figured it out. Master Key, to me, this is the best starting item to pick. So if you pick the Thief, having the Master Key, you get 2 starting items, which is good. Tiny Being's Ring. increases small increased HP. It's pretty negligible, but I mean, every little bit helps. And then the Old Witch's Ring. This is a very specific item to talk to a coven leader. You're not punished to not having it. You can still join the coven. You just get a lot more interesting dialogue from the person. And I think as far as it's hard. It's a middling starting item. So again, I think the Master Key is probably one of the best items to get in the game. Starting gifts. Black Fire Bombs is a close second. Simply because it allows you to kill the Asylum Demon the first time you meet him. And if you kill the Asylum Demon the first time you meet him, it's a guaranteed Demon Hammer drop, which is a really cool weapon, but you probably won't have the stats to wield it until much later in the game. So overall, it's a useful item. I think for roleplay aesthetics, I think it would make sense for my character to have the Old Witch's Ring. Again, I'm probably going to be kicking myself that I didn't have the... You know what? How do you get... I don't remember how you get the Old Witch's Ring through the game. Old Witch's Ring. How do you get it? Okay, so trading this Sunlight Magnet to Snuggie. Trading the Sunlight Magnet to Snuggie. Okay. Yeah, again, I think for... am I really going to use the sequence breaking that I want to use? Because I'm going to be going through it the way... So, yeah. Yeah, I think it makes a lot of sense. I'm going to grab the Old Witch's Ring. Kind of hit. Very large. Very slim. We'll just do average. Face, hair. Yeah. There's not a whole lot of customization as far as... Oh, actually, I lied. Let me see here. I lied. Oh, this is always fun. There we go, yeah. Where is... hair color, mouth, cheeks, eyes... eyes... There we go. Oh yeah, look at them eyes. Those eyes are popping. Let's see here. Long ridge, obviously. Ridge length, short. Oh yeah. Nose position. interesting much, how different things are. Here we go. Cheeks. I think I do like the cheeks up high.
Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight, and his faithful knights, and the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten. With the strength of lords, they challenged the dragons. Gwyn's mighty bullets peeled apart their stone skills. The witches weaved great firestorms. Nito unleashed a miasma of death and disease. And Seath the Scaleless betrayed his own, and the dragons were no more. Thus began the Age of Fire. But soon the flames will fade, and only dark will remain. Even now, there are only embers, and man sees not light, amongst the living are seen, carriers of the accursed dark sign. Yes, indeed. The dark sign brands the undead. And in this land, the undead are corralled and led to the north. Where they are locked away to await the end of the world. This is your fate.
Alrighty, I'm back. So, a lot of interesting things dropped there. Something that's really interesting to me is that never is there a explanation for how long it takes for the oh, praise the sun. Praise the sun indeed. Um it never explains how long it takes them to challenge the dragons because hold a second. There we go. That got rid of that. It's never explained how long it takes Lord Gwen and all of the other undead to challenge the dragons. It just says what the souls of lords they challenge them. But if you think about it, Gwen uses knights, right? And how far in society do you have to be established? So once fire shows up, all these people come out of the darkness, and then they form society. And then you have to form society to the point where you have knights, kings, feudal systems, and all of that jazz in order to get two knights. And so, I mean, people lived alongside the everlasting dragons for a long time, and it wasn't until you know they were strong enough that they were able to challenge the dragons, which is interesting. Um, Another fun little interesting thing I saw is that this undead right here is the only undead in the game that has or one of the undead prisoners that has a sack over his head, over their head. So it's interesting. We don't know. This could be someone important in the lore, or it could just be a random sack-headed undead. But if we see in there, we see a demon patrolling. The undead hanging out in there. Which we will get. We will get to the lore implications of that here in a little bit. Let me see here. Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. And we're also going to talk about Oscar and a fun little thing I saw. Oh, satisfying. Always satisfying. So let's go up here. We're gonna open up here. Now, as we come in here, we look all the way up there at the top. You can see him. You can see his belly. You can see the Asylum Demon. And below us there is the Asylum Demon pacing back and forth. Or the other demon. It's interesting that demons are here. In the undead. In this undead prison. It's theorized that the reason why demons are here are because they are trying to prevent the chosen undead from being able to link the fire, because in order to link the fire they have to kill the bed of chaos, and the demons don't want the bed of chaos to die. They want it to survive. And that's why throughout this game you start to see like demons are creeping into places. Like when we get to talk to one of the undead merchants, he talks about how recently there's been demons moving in to near Shrine Link, because the demons know this is where the undead are being dropped off to try and link the first flame. It's also interesting to be noted that he's on the roof, which I will get back to that note here in a second. But let's go ahead and start off this fight. Okay. And then we're just going to go ahead and Scooby on in here. We're just going to Scooby in. It's fine. Okay. Yep. Link. We're going to light this bonfire. Oh, you're not a bit quicker than that. Alright. There we go. And now I got my shield, which is useless, and my axe. And my axe. There we go. Alright. Go. We'll apologize. Okay, this is the which this is aggravating, because after playing like Elden Ring and all that stuff, it's like, oh, I can't just jump up there and grab that. Come on. That's a semi-useful ring. It allows you to move faster while you're in water. But yeah, so of note, right? The demon that just dropped down was on the roof. Because our friend that dropped down that dead body was on the roof. And we're gonna see here real soon what happened to our undead friend right here. Here he is. And it looks like he got yeeted through that roof. So we can kind of assume, some fun environmental storying, that demon yeeted Oscar right down here, and that is why he is wounded.
You're no hollow. Thank goodness. I'm done for, I'm afraid. I'll die soon, then lose my sanity. I wish to ask something of you. You and I, we're both undead. Hear me out, will you?
Okay. Now, listen closely to how he words this prophecy.
Regrettably, I have failed in my mission, but perhaps you can keep the torch lit. There is an old saying in my family: thou who art undead art chosen, and thine exodus from the undead asylum maketh pilgrimage to the land of ancient lords. When thou ringest the bell of awakening, the fate of the undead thou shalt know. Well, now you know. And I can die with hope in my heart. Oh, one more thing. Here, take this. An Estus flask. An undead favorite. Oh, and this. Now I must bid farewell. I would hate to harm you after death. So go now, and thank you.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. He semi-kills himself. Which, remember, undead, even though his body despawned, undead always come back. It's why that one asylum demon is patrolling down there in that room back and forth, is because he's waiting for all the undead that he's killed in that room to come back so he can kill them again. Kind of cool. So that very wordy prophecy, is interesting because it talks about thou who art undead, and it's like this fancy high language, which seems to be rather misleading. And we find out that not only is there one bell of awakening, but there are actually two bells of awakening. So it's interesting that an old prophecy, an old saying passed down from a generation, is incorrect. There we go. And now I can't unlock that. Because... Oh, hold up a minute. Am I fat wrong? It's so hard to tell. Yeah, I think that's a better roll. Okay. There we go. It's interesting that, you know, a prophecy is incorrect. And not only is it incorrect, it's off by a wide margin. You know, a whole nother bell. It's like they say it's like the bell of awakening, so why is it wrong? There's a ongoing theory that in fact the whole chosen undead thing is all just a gigantic freaking myth. Obviously perpetuated by Frampt, and oh, I can't give you anything yet. We're gonna get back to Snuggly the Crow here in a bit. But first, let's get picked up by Velka's ride, the bird.
Only in the ancient legends it is stated that one day an undead shall be chosen. To leave the undead asylum in pilgrimage to the land of the ancient lords. Lordran.
And so you would think, it seems like a chosen undead, right? But as we go through this, we find a lot of undead are in Lordran. Some of them are trying to do what we're doing. Others are not. You know, they're doing other things. So it's like, why is there this big miscommunication? In Lordran, you level up and kindle at bonfires. Right. So instantly starting out. Okay, yeah. I hit my old witches ring on. Cool. Starting out instantly not helpful. 3 humanity. Ba, 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 ba. Let me go. I'm gonna kill Petra, but not yet. Let me see here. We come up here, grab this. That's right. I can't. Yeah, I need to have the elevator unlocked in order to get back on top. That makes sense. All right. So, let's go ahead and talk to our next plot device here.
What do we have here? You must be a new arrival. Let me guess. Fate of the undead, right? Well, you're not the first. But there's no salvation here. You'd have done better to rot in the undead asylum. But too late now. Well, since you're here, let me help you out. There are actually 2 bells of awakening. One's up above in the undead church. The other is far, far below, in the ruins at the base of Blight Town. Ring them both, and something happens. Brilliant, right? Not much to go on. But I have a feeling that won't stop you. So, off you go. It is why you came, isn't it? To this accursed land of the undead?
All right. So, yeah, he says chosen undead curse, right? As if there's been other people ahead of us that are here to fulfill the prophecy of the undead. So, what's going on? It really just seems like it's a numbers game. Someone just wants undead trying to do this to prove that they can do it. So this is all kind of like a shell game. Let's see. This is probably, yeah, try beating to a pulp. She cannot speak because she has no tongue. The Way of Light cut out her tongue and crippled her, so she wouldn't leave. And it's talking about sequence breaking. If you have the master key and you happen to just come this way, yeah. Soul of a nameless soldier. There we go. Let me see here. No, it's no. Which one is it? Or is it down here? Ah, here we go. Estoc. I see. There was. Ah, here we go. Transient curse. That allows you to attack ghosts. We're not gonna go after the ghosts just yet. Actually, I don't think I can wield the Estoc, can I? Oh, I can. Oh no, no I can't. I'm shy on the. That's right. Shy on dexterity. So if I add the master key, you can unlock this door, and then you can go right into Blight Town. And Blight Town is not a favorite area. Um, and that can lead you to trouble because once again, a lot of people say it's hard to find your way starting out in Dark Souls. Like, I mean, it's kind of hard to wander down where I was. Just kind of wandering. But yeah, hey, you know what? It's possible. A lot of people end up going towards the skeletons, and that's always a hard pass. The Skelly boys will get you. They'll hit you with that bleed. Especially when you get the big skeletons. Oh, yeah. There's an interesting theory that this baby might actually be Gwendolyn. You know, I keep thinking, why is it that the sound is off? And that's just because my capture card, there's a delay. And there's our bird that brought us here. I'm just kind of powering around here as I'm talking and thinking of things to say. Alright, so we want to rest here. You know what? Let's level it up. Let me see here. How do I... attunement slots. We'll do that. Okay, and we'll bump up dexterity. Okay. For reasons. Alright. Well, let's get this game underway, shall we? Alright, so... Alright, let's see if I can work on my parrying. Oh, nope, way too early. Okay. Oh, nice. Okay, there we go. Got a parry in. Ooh, Titanite shard. That's pretty nice. That's a nice drop. Oh. First death. First death. Count it up. Man. It feels weird to be back in Dark Souls 1. It feels so much slower than, like... than what I'm used to now, which is weird saying that. There we go. Aggro you out. Okay. Oh. And we've got our first. Every time you hear a bell ringing, that's someone in multiplayer ringing the bell. Which I always think is just a really cool little feature. Oh, way too early. Way too early. Oh. Man. Fry you because waiting behind him was an Buttolio. Let me see here. You know, I do like going down here. So let's just go down here. This is a little side area. Oh, 24 souls. Where is it? Okay. Man, it's been a long time since I played this. Alright. Which is gonna be my excuse for why I die. Oh! I didn't realize I triggered that undead. Okay, here we go. There we go. Going at him with a hatchet. Hatchet. Rubbish. We are going to trade that rubbish to that Snuggly the Crow. Alright, there's no fast climbing. Not in my Dark Souls 1. All that for humanity. Which we'll probably need. Humanities are nice in this because they work as a full heal. You use it and you get a full health heal. Which is really nice. We're gonna make sure we collect a lot of we're gonna make sure we collect a lot of the undead souls because they're helpful. Dang, I need to get that jump down. To buy different things that we may need. Oh, did you see? I hope everyone saw that. I had that roll. Can I make it this way, or do I have to jump from the ceiling? I think I have to jump from the roof of this building. Oh, giant dragon just landed in front of us. Sorry, meh. Oh, okay. All right, fine. Fine. Be that way. You jerk. Nice. Nice. Gets me right when the animation ends. Nice. Up here. Alright, and then as long as I don't rest at the bonfire, those guys won't come back. This is the weird wooden shield, right? Yeah. What is it? It's... How do you forward kick? It's... I thought it was, how do you shove? Oh. We're just gonna ignore those guys for right now. Don't think they're gonna fall me down here. Alright, and this is the undead merchant.
Your wits about you, then you are a will. I trade for soul. Things are getting treacherous in these parts. A horrible goat demon has moved in below, and up above there's that humongous drake and a bull demon too. If you stick around this place, it might end up being your grave.
So, there are new creatures moving in, I thought I heard. Let's see here. Of course, you gotta buy that. Key, residential key. Gotta get that. Gotta get that.
Thank you kindly.
I mean, the only other thing I want to get, yeah. How much was the, yeah. How much was the bottomless box again? 1,000 and 3,000.
What a waste of time. Go and...
Yeah. You may not want to tell me to do that, buddy. Let me see here. I'd be surprised if this is... Oh, no. Okay, here we go. Yeah.
Oh, I hope you...
Purchase item... Yep.
Oh, thank you.
There we go. This one doesn't have hanging people. Right, yeah. There we go. Alright. So there's some interesting lore here in the Undead Burg. Obviously this is one of the starting areas for Undead, and a lot of these like hollows that we run into could be, in theory, other adventurers that have just lost their will, because basically all hollows were undead, but not undead or hollowed. If you lose your purpose, lose your your will to live, you can become hollowed if you are undead in this world. And obviously being undead or hollowed, you just keep coming back. And that's kind of like the in-game reason why every time you like rest at a bonfire, all of the enemies respawn. Let me see here. Is it worth... I'll rest at the bonfire. Alright. No. Access bottomless box. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and... Oh my gosh. Here we go. And so then coming out here, all of our friends are back. There we go. Ah, there we go. It's forward and attack at the same time. Is a kick. There we go. I knew I would remember it after. Oh. Man. Ooh. And we're gonna Scooby on past these fire bombs. Oh, nice. Firebomb got both of them. Yeah, there is some... Oh, shoot. There is some minor splash damage with Fireball, but it's not much. Yeah, there we go. So, in a lot of the item descriptions and lores, yeah, not a mimic. Black fire bombs, yeah. That's a very powerful item, and it's weird that there's so many powerful items here. Like, there's the pine resin. Firebomb. And the gold pine resin is in here. It's interesting that the gold pine resin is here. Such a powerful weapon. And it's believed that there was a plot against the gods that was taking place here. And one of the plotters was Havel. And that is why Havel is locked inside of his tower. You're gonna come up here to greet me, aren't you? Oh. There we go. Yeah. And as long as you know how to kick, those guys aren't too bad. Let me see, I seem to be chug-a-lugging away on these Estus flasks. Yeah, I'll just get behind him and crit him that way. It's gold pine resin, and we'll go ahead and equip this. There we go. All right, so there is the. Let's come up here. And yeah, if you fall safely here, try luring out. You can kind of land down here. Now, what's interesting, because there's a Black Knight here, and the Black Knights are very important to note their locations because they're all at important scenes of the crime, as you were, against the plot against the gods, or they're placed in important areas. So it's interesting that he is here, because it's believed that this right here, this broken way, is how is actually an entryway into the tower where Havel is being kept, or Havel is supposedly being kept, and it's possible that this was broken, and that's how they were able to capture Havel. Right, now I'm gonna be very foolish. I'm gonna see if I can. Nope. Good feelings gone. Oh, good feelings gone. Let's back up. Alright, yeah, come on up here. Oh, dang. Oh, dang. Come on. I need to get him off the building. Alright, that's fine. I don't really want the blue Tearstone ring. But it's believed, also, it is possible that the... Oh, interesting. Okay, cool. Somebody just kindled. That the owner of the blue Tearstone ring is from Katarina. Or, oh, wow. And that is where the Onion Knights are from. And so it's believed that the owner of the blue Tearstone ring is Sigmar's wife. Could be, supposedly, because he also uses a blue Tearstone ring. Now that has like one of those like correlation causation type things. Oh my gosh. No. How about no? There we go. Chug some of that Sunny D. That's that good Sunny D too. There we go. Now I should get my humanities back. Alright, so if I just grab you. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. That's where Havel's being quote unquote kept. See here. Is it? Yeah, there you are. No, no! Oh, you bastards! almost got the lizard. Okay. So this is typically how I play Dark Souls. Is we're just gonna run. Yep. You get to do your attack. Recover on the steps, and then we run. Oh! Alright, you got a good shot on me. Okay. We run, and you don't stop running. Okay. And we're gonna come up here. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Alright, and then... So yeah, this is again another one of those, like, why is there a demon on this, this bridge? Well, if you wanted to protect, or if you wanted to stop the undead from coming in and killing your boss, wouldn't you want to head them off somewhere? And what's a better place than here? You know, especially when they have to come this way. And so, as we come this way, right, we see the demon jump up, land, and then there, now we have the Taurus demon over here. And so the demons are actively trying to stop the chosen undead from enkindling the fire. Oof. I should... Oh! Oh! Oh, just... barely, though. Oh, nope, nope. Oop. When in doubt, roll it out, baby. There we go. Victory achieved. Now, Homeward Bone and Humanity. Let's see here. There we go. That will be for reinforcing holy towers. So yeah, of course, and then there's also like cheese strategies where he does that jump attack where you like stand over here, and as he jumps, you dodge. He overshoots you and goes off the edge. You also can fight him up on top of the tower. I just prefer just to climb up, drop down, and get him a couple times. All right. I think this is also another one of those master key doors that you can unlock. And here he is, Solaire, baby.
Hello. I am Solaire of Astora, an adherent of the Lord of Sunlight. Now that I am undead, I have come to this great land, the birthplace of Lord Gwyn, to seek my very own son. Do you find that strange? Well, you should. No need to hide your reaction. I get that look all the time. Oh, aha. So I didn't scare you. I have a proposition, if you have a moment. The way I see it, our fates appear to be intertwined. In a land
I love
brimming
Solaire.
with horror,
Oh, actually, in fact.
may be mere chance. So what do you say? Why not help one another on this lonely journey?
Oh, in fact, I have Solaire's amiibo right there. It's absolutely useless. Doesn't work on any Nintendo games, but boy, do I love it.
Displeased. We are amid the flow of time. There's no but used to summon and engage. Of course, but I am a warrior of the sun. If you miss.
All right. Yeah, I really do. I really like Solaire. All right, so we come out here. Yep. Okay. Okay. Now, I'm trying to remember my timing. Should have enough time. Go, 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 go. There we go. And now, we get back here to this bonfire. And we're going, to me, the words leave and level up look very similar. Alright. Let's grab a little more endurance. Some more strength. Faith. And vitality. Dang, okay, we got quite a few levels. Alright. And now we don't need to go back and fight the Taurus demon anymore. We can just climb back up here. Alright. Now we're gonna come back up here. Now, you're supposed to go this way. If I were to buy a bow, I could try and shoot that tail off. And then get the Drake Sword, which the Drake Sword's nice. Oof. Run, 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 run. There we go. Now we can come up here. Oh, I need to have enough faith. Alright. So this is also one of those, like, it's a shortcut type of deals where is the dragon? There we go. This is another one of those, like, shortcuts where you don't have to go that way. In fact, you're not intended to go this way. 16 strength. You're supposed to go down and around. But alas, praise the sun. Don't remember how you're supposed to rate messages in this game. I do not have enough faith, I think. Yeah. Now, there is a chance I think there is a chance you can beat him if you're fast. So when we go through here, oh, someone's ringing a bell of awakening. If we go through here, and you run past the boars and you go straight, and now it's a risk, but I think you can beat that back hollow. He's going to try and run around and lock us out. But I think if you make a mad dash straight for it, it is possible to beat him and roll under. I cannot remember if that's the case. I mean, I'm only risking like 700 souls. Oh. And immediately to... Wait a minute. Oop. Ah, there we go. I didn't unlock the dang thing. I should have run down and undid this. That's alright. We'll just have to take the long way around. Now that portcullis will be down. If I had just run... Actually... 16 and 12. What am I at? 14 and... Yeah, okay. Yeah. So now if I run over here... That was a waste of fireball. Now, as you can see, fire does a lot of damage to the boar. There we go. Now the boar is a special spawn, and it didn't drop. It didn't drop a cool mask. That's fine. Oh. Ha. Ow. There we go. Alluring skull. Now that other knight, yeah, there we go. Oh, you bugger. There we go. Alright, I'm out of fireballs. That's fine. Man, if I had gotten that, I had undone that portcullis, I wouldn't have to come down here. So this is always really cool because he leads you into a trap. When you come in here, he like you know, you see that enemy, you go to run after him, and then he just runs. And you're like, oh, okay, well, I'll run after him and get him. Come back here, you little twerp. And then... Ooh. Ooh. Okay, there we go. And then, lo and behold, you get Gat. That's the mystery key, not the master key. Oh. Okay. I was gonna say, ooh. Alright. Alright, you gents will excuse me, of course. I have an item to collect. There we go. Yeah. Boy, that does look like it's an illusionary wall, doesn't it? Right. Now this part is annoying. Right, because that's the knight there. Now, I'm going to turn and run this. Ooh! There we go. So now if I turn around and go this way, I grab this. Then I also throw this. Oh, oh, well, that's fine. I got the shortcut. That's all that matters is I got the shortcut. And I always think like a good rule of like power is if you are able to two-shot something, then you're right where you need to be. And as I am thrice-shotting these guys, what is the basement key? Hold on a second. Oh, I can't press pause. That's right. The basement key. What is the basement key? I don't remember. Okay. And then if we will all recall how I like to play this game. Well, actually, hold on a second. These guys are nice because they drop Titanite shards. We step into the room, and then we step back out of the room. Pyromancy's nice. Come on. Alright. In the immortal words of the pursuer, I'll see you later. We'll take care of that guy here in a second. But first, we've got to open up a shortcut. So this shortcut leads us back to Firelink Shrine. And this will allow us to level up a little more. Petra, your friends have not visited us yet. Alright, Dexterity 12. Oh. Let's go Strength 16. Let's get that out of the way. So then we can equip my second favorite weapon in the game, the Claymore. Alright. Access bottomless box. Now you don't have to do this. You do not have to move things out of your inventory into the bottomless box. There's no like weird weight stuff like there is in Demon Souls, but I just like to do that.
Ah, your favorite alone. Going hollow could solve.
Alright. Actually, how far am I from the next level up? 'Cause I might have enough souls to give me the level up. In which case, I can equip the halberd. Oh, 6 souls? Yeah, I got that. So it's what, 127, and this is 123 damage. I guess. Oh, we haven't rang the first spell yet. Okay. Let's go to. Let's go on up here. And we are going to head. We're gonna go pay Andre a visit, and we're gonna level up our Claymore. I don't know what my end goal weapon is, but I really always like the Claymore. And I always find myself just gravitating towards the same weapons over and over again. Which, I mean, it's fine. There's, like... I mean, there's no reason to not go to your favorite comforts and play the game the way you want to play. So, running a Pyromancer two-handed is probably my favorite go-to. Oh, yeah, we've got... We got this bonfire. And we... Oh, yep. We're going to come all the way down here. Gorgeous view ahead.
I'm Andre of Astora, if it requires me.
Alright. Reinforced weapon. 400 souls. Interesting. It costs less to upgrade the halberd than it does the claymore. Oh, a learn gesture. Gesture learn. Purchase item. Quest of Artorias. This is the bastard sword. That's 225. Is that better than...
I'll be seeing you then. Be careful out.
Yeah. The bastard sword's better than the claymore? Man. What other lies have the Jedi been telling me? Alright, let me see. Use... And this is mostly why I keep these souls, is I use them to buy things. I don't really use it to level up, even though I probably should use it to level up. Bastard Sword's 3,000.
I'll be seeing you then.
Yeah, you'll be seeing me. You'll be seeing me in your nightmares. Ooh. Just shy. Okay. I'll be back when I get 6 souls. But first, let's go talk to Winnie the Pooh Bear.
Oh, forgive me. I was absorbed in thought. I am Siegmeyer of Katarina. Quite honestly, I've run flat up against a wall, or a gate, I should say. The thing just won't budge, no matter how long I wait. And oh, have I waited. So here I sit, in quite a pickle, weighing my options, so to speak.
And you notice it's interesting that the way he decides to solve his problem, instead of trying to figure out how to open the gate, he waits for someone else.
Still closed. Still closed.
Okay, gotta exhaust the dialogue to move him along, because I want that Titanite slab at the end of his quest. Oh, goodness me. Okay. There we go. He's also a one-time spawner. I'm gonna run in here. Run up here. Grab you. We're gonna head back to Andre. We're gonna get that bastard sword. I'm trying to think. Initially there was someone else we were supposed to fight instead of the gargoyles. I think it might have been the Capra Demon. I think initially the Capra Demon was supposed to be on the roof.
Well, hello, music needed.
Alright. Let's purchase an item. Bastards.
Don't get yourself killed.
Alright. Yeah. Regular thrust, regular. Okay.
Well, music needed.
Alright. Reinforced weapon.
Don't get yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, now we're doing like 151 damage. Yeah. Plus now we get to use the bastard. So it's interesting that a sound actually plays a factor in this game. Like if I were to run up to this guy, he would have heard me and turned around. But since I slowed my approach right there at the very end, he didn't hear me. So that's a pretty cool thing. That's just in this game. Alright, so we got that Firekeeper soul. Well, we have got time for lore. What's interesting is that guy right up there, that's the Channeler. And he is believed to be a agent of Seath the Scaleless. And Seath is sending out his channelers and other people, channelers and other agents, to kidnap maidens, to conduct experiments on them. He's trying to rebirth the dragon population, because he's discovered that the scales that he was not gifted or not born with at the end of his life, or I'm sorry, let me back that up. The scale, he was born scaleless, and in order to be an everlasting dragon you have to have scales. And so he thought that if he talks, or he helps Gwen overthrow the everlasting dragons, he would then be able to take the scales from his fallen dragon companions, and he would be able to make himself immortal, or undying rather. That would turn out to not be the case, which we saw in the intro with Seath Scaleless crushing the scale, because he can't use them. They're worthless to him. So he's decided that he needs to rebirth the dragons in order to hopefully get some living scales. Let me see here. It is late. We will start off next stream with the gargoyle fight. I think that this is probably a good lead up or stopping point for us this evening. We've gotten through. We're almost to the first Bell of Awakening, which is like, half of the first half of the game. So thank you so much for tuning in with me this evening. I don't notice anybody online here, so we're just going to go ahead and say goodnight. Thank you so much for stopping in. I will hopefully be back on tomorrow night with more Dark Souls. And if you have any more questions or lore questions, let me know and I'll try to answer to the best of my ability. But until then, don't you dare go hollow.